Okay, so my name is Madeline Moore. I am 17 years old and I'm in the class of 2020. And if I could go back to my freshman self and tell myself something, I would say document everything you do. Document your volunteer hours, document your jobs, even if they're small. Document the time they started, the time they ended, the amount of time total, or if it was over a long period of time, the dates that it ended and started. It's going to be really helpful when filling out scholarships and job applications in the future. Not trying to recall it like from memory. It's really hard, yeah.
My name is Jonathan Dash. I'm 17 and the class of 2020. I would go back and tell my freshman self to make sure to work hard and take those challenging classes like the AP and honors, but to also take the time to step back away from school and work and take a break and have fun. Your high school life shouldn't be all work. Make sure you live your life as well.
I'm Satine Race. I am 17 and I am also part of the class of 2020. If I go back to my freshman year and tell myself something, I would tell me to take part of more clubs, take part of more school events, go to more sporting events, to cheer on my classmates and all that fun stuff, because I know that I was mostly concerned about my grades and not having enough time to finish homework at all. So yeah, I would definitely, and I know after being a senior now that I did have enough time. I could have spared some time to go and have some fun with some friends, going to and taking part of more clubs, building up my resume.
For me, hello, first off, I'm Anthony Chan, 17, class of 2020. What I would say to my freshman self is, honestly, don't give up on your passions. Like, no matter how much time they take, giving up on them, it really gets back at you. It bites you now. Like, I used to be on swim team. I was in Mid Valley Aquatics and Bearcats before that, and I was in varsity track in middle school. They were things that I was passionate about, but going into freshman year, I thought school's important. I gotta let those things go, and it's kind of a thing that's been nagging me ever since. So just don't give up. And one more thing that I would like to add is, don't freshman year, don't get into bad habits. If you get into the procrastination habit, you're gonna stay stuck procrastinating for the rest of your high school career and maybe into college. So
yes.
Yeah, another thing is, make sure you work really hard. Do those test corrections. Don't skip out on assignments. Go to class. Don't skip advisory. Make sure you do everything you can to really build a strong transcript.
So sure, don't be lazy when it comes to school at all.
Yeah.
I think another really important thing for everyone to know, not just freshmen, is that it's never too early to start thinking about what you want to do after high school. Whether it's college or a trade school or military or a job, it's never too early to start thinking about it and start pursuing it. It's never too early to apply for scholarships or get internships to find your interests, and the earlier the better to find out what you want to do. And then maybe you find out you don't want to do that, and so you go into a different direction and you can end up knowing exactly what you want going out of high school.
I went into high school with some sort of plan. I looked at it, my schedule forecasting. I forecasted it out until around junior year. I thought wow, I'm definitely interested in computer science and health services. So I planned out my schedule, and although things might change over time, it's better knowing what you want to do now and next year, rather than oh crap, I needed that prerequisite to take this class that I want to take, and now I don't have it. So.
But no, it's still okay to not know yet. Coming in freshman year, you don't need to know exactly what you're going to do yet. I know a lot of people. I even have a couple friends now that aren't sure yet, and they're still exploring into those different possibilities.
But the important thing is to be open to exploring and to be going after it and everything. And if you're really not sure, you can pop in to your counselor or to Ms. Lickle's office, and they get you set up with a lot of stuff and get you on the right path and help you exactly where you want to be.
And honestly, like, you might not see yourself like doing something CTE, but like check out the CTE programs at West. They are amazing. I was in the EMT program. I'm still in the EMT program, but like EMS here is amazing. Like it'll give you a wonderful like team building like experience. You'll understand like what putting on a uniform and serving means, and it's just something that you should check out. Like anything, childhood development, business, maps. They're all really good opportunities that like you should take into consideration.
I mean, I've got like fears about like going forward and stuff.
Yeah.
I could talk about that.
Tell me one. What would be one?
Like time management, like figuring out how much time I'll have to do all this college stuff that I need to do, like scholarships, applying, sending in test scores, letters of recommendation, all that jazz. Like preparing for that earlier, maybe doing some of that junior year. Yeah, and a lot more of the summer, like using your summers to work hard, stuff like that. I mean, don't get me wrong, have fun during your summer, but like make sure that you spend a little bit of time prepping for the next year.
So you're talking about scheduling.
Yeah.
The idea of, okay.
Yeah, like making sure like that you see what you're getting into. Like, okay, this college is going to require this kind of stuff, like 2 letters of recommendation, and a transcript, and sending in test scores, or some like. It all depends on the type of college. College is also very expensive, so you need to figure out a way to pay for it. Scholarships, if you apply for those, making sure you get enough money to pay for your own tuition.
Okay. Stay with that theme for the rest of you.
Going into college, like there's one thing I'm definitely afraid of. It's like I've been afraid of this since like stepping from middle school to high school. Like it's writing. Like honestly, writing is one of the most important things that like you'll learn in like high school, like education, like the entire education system in general. Like a large part of it is writing. It's about conveying your ideas. Like even if it's science, math, like if you're doing stats, I guess, but like science, math, history, like whatever subject you're in, like you need to know how to write, and especially for college apps, you need to know how to write. And like every time, like every single summer, like I was thinking about next year's like writing course of how much work I would have to do, and one of the things that I would tell you to do is over the summer read a lot and write a lot, because you want to be prepared for increasingly harder writing courses, and being able to put forth like what you really want to convey.
And especially with your college applications, you really want to make sure that you're really certain about what you want to say to this college, because that's all they're going to read about you. They haven't met you before most of the time, and what you write is what they're going to hear. So make sure you have a couple of people read it over, and make sure you've read it over and you've edited it multiple times, so that you're really certain that that is what that college, what you want them to hear about you and what you have to say. That can be really important when applying.
And to add on top of the whole, make sure to edit essays. Save every single essay you write.
Yes.
It will save you a lot of time. So for example, like one scholar will ask you the same question, and then say another scholar will ask you almost the exact same question. You can take parts of that essay, or maybe even the entire thing, and use that to save you a lot more time instead of to rewrite a completely new essay.
Okay, adding back to the college personal statements, like your personal statement is a 3D image of yourself. Like your grades and like test scores, they get your foot in the door, but your admissions counselor, like they want to see who you are, and your college application essay, that's a 3D image of you, who you are, who your personality is, and that really is the determining factor oftentimes of if you get into the school that you like,